go without his buddy in this tournament.
To Kazakhstan,
work together. Lee Jones will be happy to get back into the fray, though. He's had a couple of injuries too, hasn't he?
Yeah, so yeah, it'd be nice to have him back in there.
So welcome back. Pool D time in our second round of games. And well, Kazakhstan, they had an outing earlier on today. That's one they'll want to forget. 4 players out for this game because of disciplinary reasons. It was a bit of a slugfest against the Philippines, and a few people losing their tempers and losing their right to play again in this tournament. So Kazakhstan will be playing with a limited squad here. Yeah, so Hong Kong second last year in the series. Had some great battles against Japan in final. Blue Eyes himself gets over, and they've awarded the try. In the crowd.
A good start.
Actually his for the whole weekend.
Yeah, well, now that Benny Remini's recovering from his injury, so the versatility that Hoodie brings.
Alex McQueen with his kickoff receptions again, getting the ball back for Hong Kong. He's brilliant in that phase. Hood tries to go around the outside. Well wrapped up though by the defence. Varty. There's Alex McQueen. Varty wraps around again. Hood to Lee Jones. And
covered out.
Yeah, is that covered?
So I'm sure Fidel's thriving on the occasion and playing in the Asian 7 Series, especially at home. So get that nerves out of the way and back into it.
Forwards for the Asian Games. The old men, Houston and Co, they're not available.
No,
so they will have to
corner
rely
for Hong Kong second try. It's number
on
9,
some of these younger
Rowan
players with Hong
Marty.
Kong passports.
Yeah, absolutely, and it's a big decision for some of these guys with different nationalities to revert to the Hong Kong passport and give up the allegiance of their home passport.
Do you know much about these young?
Conversion from Jamie Hood.
For these young boys to come through.
Was talking to them in the crowd before. Look out for number 17, Nazarbayev, who's on the wing at the moment. Here he is now with the ball. 22 years old. Slipped though with the footing. Well, Akimbakov under pressure there, tried to get the quick pass away. And here's another one of the youngsters, Nukabayev. So as we mentioned, Makarenko missing too by the looks of it. In fact, sorry, Kodzuer's there. And somewhat surprisingly, I patted him on the back. Akimbakov, whose nickname is Babai, which means hothead, he was able to refrain himself for earlier on and managed to stay on the field. And it was good that he checked his temper and sign of maturity. He was really looking great physically since he started his full-time training. Legends of Kazakhstan rugby. Somewhat jokingly asking him to come on and play a couple of minutes. I think he played the last couple of years of his international career on one leg as it was, so probably not that keen to get involved again. Professional career, playing for a professional club in Siberia.
And Hong Kong,
and also
extend the lead,
their former technical advisor, Mr. Jared Gallagher, who is now back in the land of the long white cloud.
Yes, well, he has drunk his fair share of horse milk over the years, Mr. Gallagher. Good high kick-off, and Dorvati gets the loose ball, and it goes to Alex McQueen, who gets a try. Well, the McQueen brothers really hogging the scoring here.
First try of the match for the other McQueen. It's Alex dotting down underneath the posts.
It's always a great shame when disciplinary action comes in and affects the team over the tournament. Of course,
and with a third successful conversion for Jamie Hood, Hong Kong enter the half-time breaks.
But it really ruins the campaign as far as the team goes. You can just see the impetus out of the Kazakhstan team, and not much to play for really when you've only got 7 or 8 of your players out of a squad of 12 that you arrived for. So hopefully a lesson for them not to get involved in the dirty stuff next time.
Well, it can be a very expensive lesson too, Mike, when you invest in so much money to bring a team all the way from Kazakhstan to Hong Kong, and you end up with possibly 8 players for the rest of the tournament. So.
And you know, it's rugby too. They shook hands, and the Philippines and Kazakhstan back to being great mates. But really, it's not a thing you can do in rugby these days with the young kids watching, and you know, we want to grow it as a global sport. So if you want to get into that sort of stuff, get on the ferry to Macau and watch the UFC tonight.
Absolutely. Good
friend of mine, Alberto Mina, making his debut for UFC tonight. The Brazilian, who's based in Hong Kong, works at a gym here. Wishing him all the best for his 77 kilo matchup.
So we're ready to start the second half with.
Well, we haven't seen Mr. Houston yet. Is that a surprise to you, Dino? Are they saving him for the big games later on, or is he?
Yeah, no, I think I think Nick would be quite pleased to sort of rest this one out, I think.
Missed the midday sun.
Yep.
Here's Vati to Tom McQueen. Woodward regains his balance and still behind the advantage line though. Hood gets scragged by Sorokodziuba. He's looking a lot fitter this year. Here's Tom McQueen with the flowing locks. Good support work from Lee Jones there, backing up his man. And same from his teammate Tom McQueen. The flyer zips around the outside of the sweeper Imam. Imam's giving chase. He's doing a good job because McQueen really is a sprinter, but shepherds him into the corner.
McQueen.
Made the most of a bad lot there, Imam. Pretty good work defensively, you've got to say, because McQueen can fly, can't he?
He sure can, and I like the new look of Team X here.
Yeah, you should get something like that, Dino. Would be.
Well, yeah. No, got to have hair to do that. Did recognise the other day Max Wood had one. Max Woodward used to have a haircut like that, and he's cut it nice and short. So, yeah, maybe it's a change in this young new era there, Mike. Fashion statement.
I'm afraid I'm old school, Dino. If anything requires tying up in the hair department, it's beyond me.
Well, someone like Hoodie always going to have his hair short and sharp like it is, and Hong Kong's made a couple of changes. Tomasi's on.
Wide. Hong Kong lead Kazakhstan by 31 points to 0.
Great offload there by Lee Jones to McQueen, and well, yeah, you always knew that he was going to have a go and step him on the outside, so as he did, reverted into another 5-pointer for himself.
Really happy with that work from Imam though, just getting back. He got beaten, and he didn't give up. Good on him for shepherding him in the corner. Here's Lawa going up underneath this kick-off. Vati there as well. Fingertip stuff, but just a little knock on. And Kato Lee also on the field as well. I believe he's had quite a bad injury run. Out for 6 or 7 months. So Hood pushes himself to the blind side here, unmarked, on a defensive scrum. Penalty though against Hong Kong. Here's Akimbakov. Good quick hands. Baratov, and here's Imam. Out to Sorokodziuba, who's looking a lot fitter this year. He's lost some weight, Sorokodziuba. Oh, big tackle from Hood. Slightly lifting his legs off the ground, not beyond the horizontal though. I think it'll be all right as far as Hong Kong is concerned. So penalty against Kazakhstan this time. Aaron Littlewood is our officiator. You hadn't caught up with the news that he'd moved to Manila, Dino, earlier today.
I didn't realise he actually moved to the Philippines from Singapore until today. So
yeah.
Now that I know, I can't see why there's no excuse for me to make that visit to the Philippines.
I called it too early. I called it back in June and was promptly scolded that he hadn't moved yet from Singapore. It's a bit of a trend. He's been all over Asia, that young fellow. I think he started in Shanghai.
Yep.
Had some time in Singapore, now the Philippines. So this is, how do we pronounce this guy's name? Kapong?
Kapong. Interesting. I'm not sure what nationality it is there, Mike.
Probably French, isn't it? Let's ask around the box. Perhaps Uncle Doug knows. Uncle Doug, where's Kapon from? Where is Kapon the name? Oh, Hong Kong number 2. Charge down, and here's a chance for Kazakhstan. Olhovsky chasing, but Kapon is back. gone a bit quiet, lost their momentum, Hong Kong here, 31-0. Handsome lead so far as we see Baratov getting some attention in the foreground. There's Hori dropping out. Gets the ball back inside the... Oh, that's a shame because just from in front of us that did seem to go backwards, but if you want to avoid any doubt in these things, best to catch it. So it's Lee to put the ball into the scrum. He zips away from the scrum too, shows a lot of pace. It's Yu Kam Shing, who also has a lot of speed up his sleeve, and he goes in under the posts. So good play from Kato Lee off the base of the scrum there.
Try for Hong Kong's flying winger number 12, Salom Yu Kam Sing.
And Yukam Singh's got his own little Facebook page with over 500 followers already.
Successful conversion for Jamie
he's quite
Hood,
a popular man on the local Hong Kong scene there,
Kazakhstan
Mike.
yet to score.
Oh, very nice, personable young man, isn't he? So good to see he's being well followed. The native of Guangdong.
And the young man of mentioned early on, Nick Hewson, has made an appearance.
Oh, has he got a Facebook page?
I did say to him to get one and see if he was a bit worried he might only get 2. That might be me and his mother.
Yeah. Winder and Graham down there in the... were they in Taranaki or Waikato?
In the Taranaki.
That's right. So here's Olhovsky. He's got some pace, this young fella. Good run and beats the cover of Hood too. Just pulled up 2 metres inside his before the try line. So here's Kazakhstan's chance to score a try. They've got a penalty here. They take it into the big ball runner, Sorokodzyuba. Decides to go blind, flips it into Olhovsky, who started it, and he will finish it. So that's good work from Kazakhstan.
Great work.
They've been gutsy. They've got 8
Try
players
for Kazakhstan,
playing against a squad of 12. Not easy in this hot afternoon in Hong Kong. So well done. Some good durability there from Kazakhstan.
Oh, fantastic efforts, you know, and right on the hooter at full time. And considering what they've just gone through the first part of the day there, Mike, that's a nice little finishing touch for them.
He'll try the kick to Olhovsky. Gives it a nice rattle too, but just wide. And that signals the end of the game. Hong Kong with a reasonable start, 38 points to 5 victory over Kazakhstan.
First outing for Hong Kong winners, 38-5 over Kazakhstan.
I haven't been updating the what's it, 38-5.